All right, has all this talk of the solar eclipse piqued your interest in stargazing?
Kylie Cruz went down to Starizona in Tucson to find what you need to know before you purchase a telescope.
Good morning, Arizona. We decided to take a little field trip down to Tucson because, of course, we were all about this solar eclipse. And one of the big parts about solar eclipse is a lot of people are kind of getting into stargazing. They're wanting to purchase telescopes. And so we decided to make a little trek down here to Starizona. This is a very unique place in Tucson. We want to introduce you to Dean. Dean, tell me a little bit about what makes Starizona so unique for really the state.
Well, there's astronauts and astronauts, and we're the crazy ones. We just love the hobby, and we manufacture telescopes, and we're also a retail shop. So we manufacture imaging equipment for the night sky and telescopes, complete systems, as well as support and represent a lot of manufactured products.
So that's why we are here today. Last hour we talked all about the glasses and kind of what you guys do. Now we want to talk though about if you have kind of an amateur stargazer at home. This solar eclipse, they're definitely kind of piquing their interest. And so what's the good rule of thumb is if you want to purchase a scope, obviously they are, it's going to cost you a little bit of money. What do you want to look out for?
It's less than you think. For most people, they're quite surprised at the cost. You can get telescopes in the $50 range that would show you a lot of the night sky.
This is like a baby scope. I think I could do this one.
So what determines what you're going to see is how much light you gather. So the aperture, the diameter of the opening determines how much light you're going to eventually push into a 7 millimeter of the opening, which is the pupil of your eye. So we're going to put this much light in the pupil of your eye. So it's going to be much more than you would normally see. And you can go to a larger aperture, you'll see more. With a scope like this, the craters on the moon will be right in your face. A scope like this, you would see Saturn's rings, division rings, and 5 of Saturn's moons. But this is a manual scope. You point and shoot, you point at exactly what you want to see. Sort of a lazy Susan type setup.
And then what is the difference between these two over here?
And so you go from a scope that's maybe $50 to a scope that's about $200 to a scope that's around $800 where it finds everything for you. A telescope like this, you turn it on in the night sky, you point to 3 random stars. You don't need to know the stars by name. You literally just point to 3 random dots in the sky. And you can hit the tour button on the hand paddle, and the scope will literally take you on a tour of the night sky tonight.
That is pretty incredible. Now, with the solar eclipse, do you recommend, a lot of people obviously getting these glasses out there, you want to make sure you get the right ones. You can view with the glasses. Do you recommend if you want to purchase a scope that's going to give you a much better view?
You can certainly view with the telescope. You'll get a closer view, image of the sun, but you need to make sure that the telescope is covered, that there is a full aperture mass filter on the telescope.
Okay.
To make it safe.
Good advice. And so a little guy like this that you showed me, this starts off just at about $50.
That's correct.
So this is a really good one, and this is going to give you a good view of anytime you want to go out and do some stargazing.
That's correct.
Okay.
New planets.
Ooh. Well, now I can see myself. Well, we need to wait until it's a little bit darker out and take this out. We appreciate your help. Thank you so much, Dean. Of course, no matter where you get a telescope, make sure you follow the things that he has mentioned. It's all about trying to get the right diameter and getting one at a good price point for when you're starting off. And if you want to make a trip to Tucson, you are welcome, of course, to come to Starizona. They are off on our Oracle Road. I'll send it back to you.